Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT Champion, and welcome to episode 5 on Simcity 4. Well, maybe I'm just gonna have to keep continuing on the small town. Well, maybe let's just say I'm just gonna have to start this city because, well, I just made by myself, filled with trees to be surrounded by the environment. Okay, now let's go and play it, and let's see how the loading screen can also takes a while for. Well, I kind of think I used to play this area to cover up the trees to make the environment more peaceful. But later until now, might be the good time for start building up on a large medium city. I'll make sure this will be giving a little more good expansion for putting up some demand on residential, commercial, and industrial. Well, maybe I'm just gonna have to do it like the usual thing, how to build a big city by having a little tutorial. Maybe I'm just gonna have to use the old-fashioned skill. Definitely, there might be some roads will be included in since it's been all connected to the city. By starting out a new map, this will be giving a good rare opportunity to see this will be giving a good choice for. But this time, I'm not going to be using mods by now. I'm just going to have to do it like old school SimCity 4 strategy tips to build a city. Maybe this will probably have to work this up for a little bit. But I'm quite good to build a good city in my own dreams. Maybe I'm just gonna have to putting up some simple tips. Between the far left and right, we'll be placing on the industrial. The first 3 sectors will be placing on the residential, and the other 2 will also be putting on commercial. Because I hope this is gonna be giving a little more good plan to be putting up the demand to be increased significantly. Alright, so this will take some time until whenever this game will loads up anytime. Well, I'm just waiting in. Okay, so this is my previous city that I just made. Definitely surrounded with trees. So I might be able to keep continuing it to spread around to make it more healthy environment. Okay, let's spread around and make it more peaceful. Well, I'm always loved making some trees when playing in God mode. This will bring a whole massive trees to surround in the entire environment. Maybe I'm just gonna have to zoom out and expand bigger. That would be much better to see if this is gonna be quite much seem to be putting in large. Now let's just cover up the whole area I have because this will use it when lumberjacks are gonna have to cut down the trees. This is gonna be save up for whole Mother Nature experience. Right, so looks like it's time to go and get started to build a new city. But definitely this will be putting on easy mode, so it'll be grow faster. But medium, well, I also have balanced money for advice in city growth. And hard, well, this will take some hard time to develop slower. Maybe I'm just gonna have to come up with a good name for the city. But maybe let's just say I'm just gonna have to think about to see if this is come up for. Oh yeah. Let's just start with just give me a second to see what name am I gonna come up? Okay, well, I kinda think I finally got the good name what I'm about to start up for. Kingston City. Well, that could be a good name to be putting on for. So, looks like this is definitely starting out on this balance. Well, maybe for starters because, well, New Fairbanks has earned a little start by having a little reward, but maybe I'm just gonna see what it looks like. Oh, I guess that this is definitely a good reward start by putting up a tourist trap. Maybe I'm just gonna have to use it later on, so let's just gonna have to go and get started to build a city. So let's just say I'm about to start putting on zones. Well, actually, this is gonna be a hard time to shown in by surrounding some trees. Alright, there you go. Now let's just start putting up some avenues. Just gonna make it quite long standard straight. But I kinda think that this is a little problem because, well, I just connected on the small town. Maybe I'm just gonna have to demolish it later on, so I'll have to figure it out to fix this town less sooner. Well, I can't zone in here to be seen, but this is gonna be hard to take a look for. Maybe I also saw some roads. Now it's just gonna have to demolish them. So, there's some roads actually appear by the start. Maybe I'm just gonna have to go out there and start placing the avenues here. So this will give me a little more busy route for this development. Okay, let's scroll here. At this one for the road connection. So each section has definitely also seen, but I just remembered I used to build a lot of good big cities to be seen around here. I'll just gonna bring on my city building strategy kit to get ready to go to work. Just doing this like old school. Alright, so once the avenues are about to get to work, that might be good for each avenue route to see which district is going to be at. Alright, so that should be good for the residential. Now, putting up one more, which is definitely good on the industrial zone. So, maybe here's a little dealio. Maybe just gonna have to putting on some highways on elevated. Well, definitely elevated highways are definitely enabled to be introduced to be seen. Well, it seems that making a little connection to small town is gonna be putting in for. Well, maybe let's just say I'm just gonna have to cancel all the ramps because I'm just gonna have to save some money for building up a city that could putting in to make it grow faster. Now let's start out with some roads and get everything set up to be prepared for building up to be placed on the industrial zone. Well, I kind of think this is going to be a little bit trickier to be seen as I thought it should be. Now maybe putting some avenues will be giving a good example choice to be shown around here. But I'm just still pausing this time segment and see if this will giving a little more time to start building up a layout course around the entire city. Well, maybe thanks to the layout shape from the small town from the first part, this will giving a good excellent start by putting route here. Well, of course that road layout should be a-okay, but this is gonna be giving a little more time to see if this is gonna be quite shown for. So this one, first stop, is putting on the industrial zone first, residential second, commercial on the middle, residential. Well, maybe this is gonna have to come up with a fully well organized plan to get everything started to expand the city. Now, let's just go and get started to build on the industrial zone. Maybe I'm kind of think that this will be good to be started right here. So this will get everything to be worked up by a little big city tutorial example. Putting on industrial zones on the far left and right sections could be quite possibly good to make the city grow and better. Right, that's the first one placed. Now, let's just put another zone here. Alright, so once I could probably make a little quick save, I'll make sure I'll have to be more careful if it's something crashing going on. That will be a little bit big serious trouble. Now let's see what else is more. So there might be some more roads sitting here until they probably need more connection. Well, maybe let's just start bringing some more roads to be putting in here. So I'll be able to get rid of the streets first. Now let's just go and dezone on each street, so it'll make it much wide open space for the industrial zone. Now let's go and get rid of that avenue burst. Alright, so first stage on the industrial zone is good. Now, maybe let's just have to save up some money whenever I'm really gonna need to build more. So probably the problem is, building up some residential zones could be giving a little more start by maybe this is not good, well even space. Okay, so let's just go and think about the plan. What else am I gonna have to need? Oh yeah, I should probably have to keep building up some more roads, so it'll be much quickly and easier to see. Okay, let's just place one here and maybe I'll just save for a particular highway ramp. Now, let's just see. This is a good space for the commercial zone. That could be an excellent space to be quite seen around here. Well, I'll just skip and decline and just trying to keep flowing some more roads to be putting in. On the road to go. On the road to build. On the road to build. Well, I'm just kind of giving a little more seeing to keep building up more streets and roads for giving a little more time. So, looks like each road section is definitely going on ahead. Now, let's just kind of say, probably just build one road and get rid of the streets because this is definitely no longer to be desired. Now let's just bulldoze here and get rid of all the streets so it'll make it a good even balance for each condition. Trade zone is too large. Now let's just let's even out on each sections around the industrial. I'll just make sure this is gonna have to make it all go away. This will giving a little more expanded space open for each increased income. Alright, that should do it. Now, let's just get to make some high wealth residential, but maybe let's just say 50 is definitely expensive. I'm just gonna have to save some cash whenever I'm gonna need to keep building up some cities. So let's just start building up some high density commercial. Now, this is definitely a good space for this one. But, a little problem. Maybe I'm just gonna have to make it a little even out because there's some streets are also in the way. Don't want to mess with it because this is gonna get literally messed up the whole plan operation. Okay, so maybe just time a little backup plan to see if this is gonna work out for a bit. But I'm not almost done setting up some zones on each residential homes. That could be a little problem to see. Now let's just... Well, that's not what I wanted to have. Just gonna have to see if this is gonna giving a little more control shift. This will put it in just as I planned. There. That should do it. So, I kind of think that this is the perfect conjunction route for each zone sectors. Now let's just connect it here and make it upgraded into a road. So maybe how else am I gonna have to make this plan work? This should be very easier to make the city grow. Now it's just gonna have to keep building up some medium density residential. But I kinda think I found a good key idea. This should be quite good organizing section on each city's floor. One side is the residential and the middle side is the commercial. Well, that should be a good city plan for coming up with a good architectural skills. Well, thank you everyone's ideas to make the city bigger to be grow in and stronger. But in that case, maybe this spot is definitely special. Just putting up some 4x4 space could be giving a little bit bigger and expand it stronger. So, looks like let's just go and keep continuing on to build some commercial density zones to be putting in and expand stronger. So this is the very good Kingston City to be made, or only just good for the Sims to be putting on some fully organized demand. Well, every Sims always wants to have demands. Just trying to delete this one to be putting in on each zone sections to be placed around on the entire area. Now, maybe let's see. But this middle section is giving a little more hard time to be placed on each zone. But maybe I'm just gonna have to see if this is gonna work or not. Now, I'll just gonna have to get rid of that street problem and put it right there. Okay, that should be good. Oh yeah, unless I kind of think maybe I really gonna go and get started to build a garbage site right here on the northeast. Gonna have to put some avenues whenever I can. Okay, so what next? Oh yeah, maybe I'm really gonna go and get starting to build some power plant. This is the good cheapest price amount for it, natural gas power plant. So, looks like it's time to do a little dirty industry to get ready to expand. Maybe I'm just putting on 3, so I'm just gonna have to keep an eye out on the budget. So, in that case, if there's something goes wrong, maybe I could probably have to keep an eye out in case this will bring a better responsibility for keeping some budget intact. So let's just start putting in some water towers, or maybe water pumps. That would be a good start. Right, so this is the only essential opportunity. 3, 4, 5, 7. Well, I'm always going on 7 sections with the pipes. That'll keep me calculated for having some map. So maybe this could be a good spot for each first segment of the city. Now I'll have to keep calculating on each range. Alright, that's good. Now let's put in more. Until I'm about to be reaching in, just gonna decide on the exact range. So that should be all good, and maybe this will be a little main problem, of course. Oh well. I'm just going to make it well even balanced position to see if this is going to be good to be putting on each around sections of each water pipes. That should be all good for now. And then one last final touch, placing on one pipe, should be all good for now. And then, well, it is definitely a little essential connection feeling to take around each city around to take a look for. Alright, so this is definitely good for now. Maybe I'm just gonna have to go and get started to build some public services. Okay, so fire stations should also go here on the industrial zone. I'm just gonna have to start placing on 3. Now let's just gonna have to putting on right about here. That should be giving a good exact range. But maybe putting a large police station should be okay. Because this will be giving a little more close sighting to see which area am I gonna put on. So, looks like that's one police station placed. Now let's start putting here. But evenly, of course, this will be giving a little more close, wide range to be prepared to be put. Just only one medical hospital should be okay, so this will keep an eye out on the cash whenever there is a budget issue. Now, let's just go and start out with some schools, so that'll make the good education for each Sims. I'm just gonna have to build 2, that will be all good for now. Alright, so let's just expand the commercial high density, just adding up some streets that will be giving a little more helpful. Okay, get out of here and decline it. So, looks like that should be good for building up a nice city to be quite well organized to be added up for. Now, how else am I gonna do something next? I've only got $162,240 left on this budget sheet. Well, maybe budget I also at least to be shown for example. Okay, let's just put another road here. Now, I think the demand is definitely waiting for me to get starting to make a little development. So let's see what happens if I could really need to be sure. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I'm really gonna have to go and get starting to putting on some landfill. Landfills are definitely a good choice to be seen. Okay, let's place that waste to energy plant. Well, I kinda think let's just ignore it because someone's car alarm may be turned off by itself. That could disturb the whole piece. Let's just put a windmill power plant. So that'll be good for now. But the second part, maybe I'm just gonna have to save this one for covering up the tree speed at this time moment. Alright, that should be good for now. So this is the most finest complete set ever yet, folks. Putting on each zone section by using it by default tools, but maybe don't try to use any mod tools. So I really don't want to use it for each segment. Just trying to use all the default tools in which whenever I'm really needed for to make the city grow faster. So let's go and do this on turtle speed, and let's go speed it up on cheetah and see how it turns out. Whoa! Well, looks like that could be a good enough demand to see that will make the city grow faster. Hang on, I'll just gonna have to pause a little bit. So maybe for starters, I should probably have to zoom down one more and giving a little add on the control key on each residential zone. Putting up some residential zones will also provide with a little maximum of any city development to go faster. Okay, maybe this might need a little add onto these residential zones. Maybe I'll just gonna save it whenever I'm gonna have to make this quite expanded to be putting on for a little road on demand. Unfortunately, this should be quite good for now to be seen. I'm just gonna have to fix any problems, see what else am I missing out for. Alright, so industrial is going to be on any time. Just don't want to be hesitate. Now let's just even out on the 4x4 and make it a little 3x4. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to solve this problem out. Just learn to be giving a little exact calculated range. Okay, standard zone placement is definitely also saw in my eyes. There you go. Now let's go and continue on and make the city grow faster. Okay, high wealth residential is giving a little extra boost for. Maybe I'm just gonna have to say, this should be quite good to be building up more zones whenever I'm really gonna get started. Okay, now let's just go and grab a tourist trap because, well, tourist traps can also have no monthly cost because it can provide an increase to local businesses. That should be giving a little more close start. Now let's just place one business right here for. Okay, looks like my Sims are definitely walking around cheering. Hooray! The tourist trap is now open! Now my kids are about to go in and take a look and see. Well, definitely the tourist trap building is definitely look like a llama. Well, we also saw a number of llamas fit in distance. So, looks like several Sims are walking around on the entire avenue, and they've been also shown on a massive lineup whenever they want to go in. Alright, so looks like the boutiques are definitely going in, growing higher. Cement trucks are moving in. Maybe I'll just have to zoom out and see how the development grows faster. Well, that's a very good, excellent place for it. Maybe I'm just going to go super fast and super quick. Oh wow, I kind of think that I just finally got another reward that I just received. Nice, I just finally got myself a grand hotel. Now I can probably put anywhere whenever I have to build. Maybe this one is good right here. Now let's see what the number of cows that's going. Okay, so 9 has definitely at least for it. Okay, there's that large tenement. But great heavens, almost 1,000 Sims. That should be good to be true. Well, I kind of think I just have a lot of notification by Fairbanks. So let's just going to be place one house of worship here. And maybe I'm just going to have to go and start putting up a mayor's house. Maybe let's just say putting on here on the highway section. Maybe put it right here. That will be okay by now. Okay, so another graveyard has needed. Well, this is going to be a little hard to be placing in. Okay, so definitely this is giving a little more problem for checking on each education button. So let's just go and increase by max. So let's just place one mayor statue. Well, definitely, I'm just gonna have to keep increasing the funding on one medical center. Now it's just gonna go and expand faster, and let's just quick cheetah speed up for a bit. Well, I kind of think that this is definitely the hard listening to people's voice around the city. But I kind of think schools in Kingston City are scant. But don't worry, maybe this will figure it out, solve this problem. But as the mayor, well, looks like this is definitely a good new house for putting up another house of worship. Let's just place one here on each section. Alright, looks like there's that 454 home. It's about to be ready to be constructed. Well, I kinda think I'm finally got myself a university building. But there's some more rewards I just finally received much faster. Alright, so looks like I finally got another 454 home. The 9th building. Well, city incomplete without having a city hall would be giving a good, excellent space. Okay, let's place one city hall here, and let's just start building up a radio station. Oh, I kinda think that the city demands for a helicopter job to do it. Well, of course, maybe that can spend on everything I just have. Let's check on the spent lunch. Okay, so this is definitely going in off the chartboard. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to check on the hospital funding. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to keep the funding up and running. So, I kinda think that this is much the right time to start tearing down the small elementary school and make it be a large elementary school for mostly young Sims. I kinda think this will be placing right here. That will be okay. Well, of course, putting up some school and colleges would be quite the way for each needs. That'll probably do that. Well, here's one college coming right up. That should be giving you a little more good time to be increasing in. Alright, so that should be good for funding for it. Well, I kinda think I finally got another reward for becoming the best mayor. Let's just putting on another male statue right here. So this will be giving a little more increasing in much faster. Well, looks like the town is giving a little more extra time to be a little bit more peaceful, to be excellent learnful. Well, maybe this is gonna be a little more hard to tell for. Well, of course, maybe this is gonna be a little hard time to be checked on the stats on water. Okay, so let's demolish down 2 water pumps. Let's just say, let's put it on large one, so it'll make it much bigger and expand. There. That'll make it more faster, increasing it more. And why not just share with the water tower instead? That'll increase the capacity to be putting in much further. Well, maybe let's just check on the hazard coverage, see what else it needs. Oh. Well, no need to worry. I'm just gonna have to putting up one extra fire station and that will be good for now. So that will be much safer to be seen around here for. And then crime, well, looks like it's time to putting on the deluxe police station. Now that's more like it. Well, maybe I'm really gonna have to start building a radio station. Maybe right here to be good to keep the Sims entertained. Alright, looks like all the Sim towers are definitely keep building up more. Just keep building up to make some more commercial offices, and it's definitely all good for now. Okay, so what's the problem here? Well, I kind of think let's just increase the funding more. Well, good green has been sought by linked leaders. Of course, maybe the county club might be quite good open. Well, looks like a new religious cult for adding up another house of worship. So definitely the number of max limit of the house of worship is going to be adding up to 4. So this will be giving a little more extra faster in the meantime for. So let's just have to scroll back up on the highway walls for. Alright, so looks like city courting has made its new grounds for. Nice. I should probably have to start building a courthouse. Maybe just put it right here, because this is going to be a good place for each jury to be putting on the records. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to keep the funding maximized. Well, I kinda think maybe just... Oh yes! Solar power plant. I really want that to build it. Yes, I'm really excited to have one solar power plant throughout the entire city. So this is definitely a good clean power plant to be good around the entire city. So let's just say just tear down each power plant to be demolished. Alright, that should be good. Now let's just gonna have to rezone up more and keep it back up again. But definitely, I might be able to be raising up the taxes by 20%. This will also stop building some dirty and manufacturing industries, so high tech will be coming in for. Alright, so once more onto every high tech. The dirty has to be go away by now. Now let's just get rid of all that rusty rundown factories and start bringing some clean factories instead. I'll make sure I'll be able to clean up the whole dirty industries in each sectors. So that'll let the whole high-tech be continue the hard work for a long period of time. Now let's just get rid of that old rundown industries to bring some clean stuff in. I job to be bulldozing dirty industry to make it more clean. Okay, once everything's all cleaned up, until high-tech will move in to be a little takeover space. Except this one here. So let's check on the quarry. Well, the burner has to be destroyed. Everything must go out of business. Except it's definitely old and abandoned. So, everything is almost done to get rid of all that dirty industry to make it more clean, and then the high-tech will move in momentarily. Well, that was a quite easy, excellent start to putting up some old industries to go away. Then let's just wait for this one here, and well, looks like the industries are free from tax fleecing. Well, I kind of think, Neo Bearbanks, but I kind of want the whole industries to be making full high tech. But I know this is going to be a little more respect because Mother Nature really wants to have the whole industry to be clean. Because that could be the ultimate cleanse, get all the dirty stuff out and make some good high techs to move in. Alright, okay, that should be quite coming in for bringing up some good high-tech industries to grow and expand. This will be able to be staying on maintain. Well, of course, that's not a big deal. Now let's just check the funding status on the school. See, everything is fine. Well, let's just got to keep the funding increased by 2,500. Ouch. Maybe they need another medical center to be quite adding in for the second expansion. Let's just place one building here. So this should be quite good for now. So I had to be keeping a close eye on the budget, because this is definitely giving a little more helping tip as needed as possible. Alright, so this is pretty good for the high-tech industry to be letting grow and expand, because this is, well, looks like this is going to be a little bit problem on small elementary school. but it is definitely not a problem. I guess this is all fine for now. I just keep running on maintain to be corrected. Oh. Okay, I kinda think I forgot about this. Okay, so let's just get to change a little plans for. Let's just place one elementary school and that should be it. Oh, definitely another reward has been achieved because this is definitely giving a little adding on to we start building a private school because private school is quite payable for each student to attend for. So that should be quite good for now to be check on maintain balance. Oh man, looks like that's definitely up to 60,000 sims. I kinda think I'm almost be famous by now. Let's just place on this medium mayor statue to be putting in anytime I want to be placed here. Now, I kinda think that there might be some new mod tools, but I don't wanna try it out for it because this is gonna be used for mod 3 for it. But maybe I'm just gonna have to try out the canals tools later. Okay, well, maybe just putting one large high school, but I don't want to go over expense because I just really want my budget to go on green. Well, I kind of think that business leaders wanted to have a commuter airport, but this is going to be a little more time later. Now, maybe let's just see which size is for the airport. Well, I'm just going to have to choose international, because international is definitely larger than the medium-sized municipal airports. Well, maybe I'm just gonna have to add a highway connection to the small town I just built. But maybe this will also include for the highways. But it will be demolishing instantly when I'm about to go back and play it. This is gonna be a little bit bigger out to solve the city problems from another city to another. Well, let's just check on the garbage data. See how it goes. So it was definitely all good for now, no problem at all, but maybe I should probably have to start building a water treatment plant because this will clean up the polluted water to make it clean. Just place one here and adding another pipe. So, looks like this is definitely good for now. Everything is clean and clear, safe for water. Now, I kind of think that the environmental advisor is Camille Meros. Well, looks like the water has been cheered up for it, because that was a good expanded water for every Sims. Well, definitely, she requested to build some parks, because that will be giving a little more recreational, to be giving a little peace time. But don't worry, Miss Mellows, I'm your helping guy, and I'm just gonna have to build some parks to raise up some land values. Well, of course, this is gonna be a little hard for Greta Dean that he have some situation for having a little education strike. Well, looks like I just finally got myself another reward. Nice. So let's just kind of start building a studio. Maybe just right here on the Avenue section. Nice. TV studio is now ready to send out for some news media. Now let's check on the city option polls. Land value is increasing nicely, but traffic is decreased a little bit more. Well, I kind of think that this is a little bit problem going on for. Now let's just check again on the education levels. Oh, I see. That seems to be a little problem by now. The private school is definitely giving a little too much space. Now let's just check on health and education. Well, health and education doesn't have any private school. Maybe I'm just gonna have to check on the buildings, see which one am I gonna take. But maybe I'll just have to wait until another private school to be giving a little notification update. Well, I actually got it in for putting up one single road to be put into the Sim Nation. So then, looks like this is a good city that I'm about to be started out for it. Wow, I kinda think it's been an hour long because I'm about to get started for this city. So maybe I'm just gonna have to save and exit out to the region, so I'll be able to be wrap this up here until the end of the fifth episode. So I kind of think that putting on the city on medium-sized map would be giving a good choice for it. Well, in case you guys have already know how to build a big city with all the standard tools whenever you need for. But modded tools, well, maybe most professional sim players are really gonna have to building up some nice cities for. So I kind of think this is the only city I just made by myself. Kingston City is definitely connected to Tropical City and more like the other cities I just built a long time ago. So I'll make sure this is gonna have to putting in for more until the next part. Well folks, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to click like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Check out the 2 links below if you want to see more on the description. Until the end of this video. Well, I'll be able to be continuing on in episode 6 on SimCity 4, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.